Proven winning overlays, video 18C. Indiana Downs, back in action. That's like Finger Lakes, another one that I like. Small track that pays very well, especially on the exotics. Very good opportunities. Both Indiana Downs and Hoosier, the two Indiana tracks, they alternate their meetings, and I like them both. There's just certain tracks, and on your off days now, Finger Lakes, Indiana Downs, Turf Paradise, a lot to choose from even on your off days. I highlighted the race condition of maiden special weight. I also highlighted the surface because the track is sloppy. Okay. Now, Horse Racing Digest page. Click on your laptop computer to view the page with all the videos, or your handicapping video link, and takes you to that page. And right here on the right hand side, I got the value odds and overlay preferred races. Of all these value odds horses that win at good odds, 90% of them come out of these races. I got maiden claiming races. I got maiden special weight races. Claiming races with a condition, like non-winners of 2 lifetime, or you'll see letter B, N, or Y next to the claiming price. That's a conditional claimer. Bottom and low level claiming races, basically 5 to 10,000 is your range there. Could be higher or lower depending on the track. Some tracks go as low as 3,000. And then you got tracks like Churchill and New York, Southern Cal. Maybe 15 is considered low at those tracks. Okay. Races run on the turf. All races run on the turf, and all races run on a wet track. So this race here at Indiana Downs, we got a wet track. It's listed as sloppy. So the race qualifies there, and it's also a maiden special weight. So we got a double preferred race here. Maiden special weight on a sloppy track. Now, a lot of players do not like the sloppy track or the muddy track or anything besides fast. And the reason is because those races are hard to handicap. However, these reports do an excellent job. Especially here. Number 12, Do Dat Tune. Something really special going on here. I love this. It's a great angle year after year. You see that blue W? There's only one horse in every race. One horse in every race that will get the blue W. That horse has the best pedigree for a wet track. How important is that in maiden races especially? And who would know, sire, best of the best Indiana bred horse the 12 is? Unless you were part of the Indiana breeding program, let me tell you, you haven't heard of the sire best of the best, and you wouldn't know that that was a sire that had excellent numbers for getting their offspring to win on the wet track. So unless you're part of the Indiana breeding program, or you're viewing this report, you know that that sire is an excellent wet track sire. And for this race, the best sire of all the horses in the race for a wet track. Do Dat Tune. Oh, and that would be on your angles. Wet track angle number 7, your 36 proven winning overlay angles. You can click on that and read in detail. But the number 7 is the wet track angle. And it's exactly what I just explained to you. in every race. There's only one horse assigned the best wet track pedigree. A lot of horse players do not give enough credit to the pedigree of a horse in this situation. Okay? You'd be surprised at how well that does. Okay, now basically all we need is to know, is Do Dat Tune going off at 8-1 or higher? Yes, he is. It's around 10-1 near post time, 9-1, 10-1. It's good enough for us, especially in this situation here, with the pedigree going on. I mean, I really, you know, this was the first race, and I mean, came out of the box and was hit with this, and I was like, okay, Indiana Downs, these exotic wagers pay really well. So the whole strategy, I'm going to call it out for you. First things first, you got to get the win bet down. And we do not want to have a trifecta ticket or something only and not have win money in case we miss the try. But I've got a built-in system, so I got $10 to win on these in the video here. Get your win bet down first. Some players only bet to win. It's a good conservative way. I personally like to play exotics, but I do not ever forget the win bet first. Next in line is the exacta. I wheel exactas with all. So that would be a 12 all exacta. Also, daily doubles. I also wheel with all daily doubles. Trifecta is played this way. Key horse single on top to 12. Then in the second position of the trifecta, 4, 1, 11, 8. Rest of Group A and the top horse in Group B. Okay. All for third. And 10-cent super all for fourth. Indiana Downs has a 50-cent trifecta. I personally play for $1. But this is one of the better friendly tracks. Better B-E-T-T-O-R, that means you. Friendly in that you can get in these trifectas at half the normal cost of a minimum $1. You're in at 50 cents, but like I said, I play for $1. But the opportunity's there, and that's great. And that's, your strategy is exactly how I called it out in every single one of these videos. But like I said, it's been amazing over the years how many of these Blue W horses win on a sloppy track or a muddy track. And the pedigree is not like Silver Ghost, where everybody knows that horse has, got the great wet track pedigree. This is a sire you're not going to hear of. You're not going to know. Most of you are not going to know this obscure sire. But your handy-dandy reports have got it all laid out for you. Coming out of the 12-hole, look at this race. Won like a champ, just under 10-1. And like I say in these videos, your betting favorites frequently run out of the money. Betting favorite number 1, out of the trifecta. Betting favorite number 2, out. Betting favorite number 3, out. When that stuff happens, which frequently happens in these preferred races, you'll have the door open for not only are you catching your value odds horse, but look at who ran third, 68-1. That made the trifecta pay really well. 12, 4, 10 was the trifecta. 12, 4, and that's our strategy. Caught that. $21 on the Win Mutual. 146.80 exacta. But the try and the super, fantastic. Let me get you to the payoffs. $105 return on your $10 win bet. exacta, like I showed you, 146.80. But the real prize here is coming up. Trifecta for $1, 2,146.50, or half of that if you paid for 50 cents. Look at the juice on the 10-cent super for a dime, because the super paid 40 grand for $2. For a dime, return 10 cents returns $2,080.49. Throw in a 48-40 double. Somebody hammered that down. Pick 3, 206.10. Discussing the pick 3. I forgot to tell you that strategy. You simply take your value odds horse, single. You key that horse with the Group A horses in the other 2 races, the top 4 picks. That's the strategy for the pick 3. Total return on the first race here out of the box at Indiana Downs for this particular Tuesday, $4,732.49. So these 2 here were on the same day. These were on a Tuesday. First race at Finger, first race at Indiana Downs. So, slow Mondays and Tuesdays are not necessarily slow for us. We're making money. All right? This was a really good video, and like I said, I love that blue W. Man. Watch for it. You'll have an advantage over the rest of the betting public. All right? Thanks for viewing. And as always, good luck with all your wagers.